going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am back once again for another pre-release pack opening, because it's me. What a surprise. I have opened more pre-release packs here on YouTube than anybody else, and so when I heard that they had done pre-release packs for Modern Horizons 2, I knew that I wanted to have at least a few, and by a few I mean we have this one here, and this one up here, which you kind of can't see fully, but it's there, I assure you. And so this week and next week, we will be opening these for all of you to see. And then the bundles that are there, we'll probably have to wait until after Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, because we haven't done the Strixhaven bundle battle yet. And then, as you can see, Modern Horizons 2 as well. Hey, don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. I do not plan on stopping with my pre-release pack obsession anytime soon. This box looks really sweet. I like it. There is the D20. Obviously, we will only be getting 2 of these. Usually, I like to see if I can get all 5 or whatever. That is not going to be the case here. I'm only going to get 2. At least, I hope that they're both different colors. But you never know. We have good old insert here that they've been doing a lot recently in pre-release packs, which I enjoy. Squirrels of the Multiverse. So it's just a little like Vorthosy type thing, or like flavor type insert, along with, on the other side, a little description of building a pre-release deck, because, you know, for people who are unaware, pre-release events are really good for new players. Now, for this set, that's not necessarily the most genuine thing that I can say. By the way, here are the packs. Just because, you know, this type of a set, 1, is a little bit more of a premium set, so it's a little bit more expensive, and 2, it's definitely going to have a lot more of the tougher, like, themes and stuff to understand, because it's like, you know, these cards are attempting to compete with some of the best cards in Modern. So it looks like we've got some, like, tokens and stuff in here behind our promo foil. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. I find it very interesting. I mean, it's smart that Wizards did it, but I find it interesting that with a premium product such as this, that they did the whole like making bundles and pre-release packs and etc. But, you know, again, who am I to argue? So this is the promo. We'll lay that down as we look at. There's a zombie army token, so we know we've seen these before. On the other side is a Thopter. I should probably move that a little bit closer so you can actually see what I'm showing you. So yes, the Thopter, here was the zombie army I just showed you. Here's this crab token. I'm going to have to give this to Amy, because Amy loves MTG cards that depict crabs on them. Really, really awesome. There's a food token. This is a sick-looking food token. I like that one a lot. There is a beast token. Awesome-looking beast token. And a clue token on the other side. Really good-looking clues as well. I mean, look, the art is going to be incredible on a lot of these, but allow me to indulge, because Amy's not here to give you, like, her expertise in terms of what she likes about it with color and contrast, and etc. I'm just going to be like, this one's cool. So by the end of this, you'll be like, where's Amy? Bring her back. And hey, don't forget, you can see her every Monday and Friday as we stream 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Mondays we play MTG Arena, Fridays we play video games. But you should definitely join us. Like I said, subscribing and ringing that bell, you'll find out exactly when we go live. So there's the bird. Here's a treasure again. This is a cool looking treasure. It's got like a genie's lamp on there, some slippers. And then we've got a Phyrexian germ and a squirrel, because of course. Awesome. And so our promo foil rare is a Necrogoyf. This, I think, looks better on camera in foil than it does in person. It's very dark in person, like very dark. But it looks cool on the camera, because like the whole thing is foil. And it's got the pre-release stamp as well. Really nice. Plus, you know, it's a Lurgoyf. It's not a Tarmogoyf, but it's a Lurgoyf. Really interesting. So that is our rare. I am, you know, I'm totally up on this set. Don't worry. We've got a Dakin pack. But yeah, don't worry about it. So I'm going to be an expert and definitely be able to tell you exactly all of the synergies that are going to come up here and the type of deck I would make. So I don't at all want any of your help in the comments down below. Please note my sarcasm and do the exact opposite of what I have asked. Here is A So Shiny to start with, again, squirrel in the art. Very fun. We have a Revolutionist. Look at this guy. Okay. Human Wizard. We have a Flourishing Strike. I like, again, sick colors. A lot of green, not a lot of contrast in this one, if I'm going to pretend like I've learned anything from Amy over these years. We have an Unbounded Potential. Interesting. Loathsome Curator. This art is sick. Really, really good. I was looking at a full art of this like yesterday. I think Amy and I both were. And really, really nice in full art and really good. I like this one. Ooh, Glimmer Bairn. And this is one of the old border cards. Very cool. The adorable little like Halloween-y kid. Okay. We have a Faithless Salvaging. So not Faithless Looting. Faithless Salvaging. Sure. We have a Mine Collapse. Okay. We have a Goblin Anarchomancer, which is in the old border as well. Again, if people don't know Amy, by the way, I guess for people who are new to the channel, Amy is my wife. We do many videos together here on this channel. And Amy is in love with goblins. She loves them. So I will definitely be showing this one to her as well. And in old border, it looks pretty sweet. I was playing around the time of old border. Before the new border came around. So it's cool to see some of these go back. I don't know if I have like a strong opinion of like, oh, new border's better, old border's better. Like I lean towards new border at this point only because I've been seeing it for so long and it was updated for a reason. But seeing some of these in old border like this is pretty cool. And seeing some of the art look a little bit more classic, really nice. Nostalgia hit. I appreciate it. Well, we have Fast and Furious. Somebody's going to get sued. I'm kidding. But still, Fast and Furious. Cool. This Minotaur is having a day. Then we have, and that's our first uncommon, by the way, in this pack. We have Herd Baloth. This dude is huge. Holy crap. Big boy. And Arcus Acolyte. Okay. I appreciate that. Interesting. Selesnya card. And behind it, our rare or mythic is a Riptide Laboratory. It cares about wizards, that's for sure. It's got a watermark on here from Scourge. I am terrible at remembering watermarks, but feel free to leave it in the comments. And the colors are very sick. I really like that. On this. I don't know how I feel about the quality of this land, but maybe if there are like big time wizard decks in Modern that I'm not aware of, then this one would be pretty good. So far in this kit, it feels real bad. So I kind of have often said that opening rare lands in pre-release packs often feels bad because it's hard to make a deck with them. And this one does not disappoint with that rationale. Behind it, we have a Sithis Harvest's Hand, which is a very cool card. And again, we just got this Arcus Acolyte, right, in our uncommon slot. So, you know, green-white seems cool. And hey, a legendary enchantment creature nymph, right? This is pretty sick. If we can get some enchantments going, this would work out very nicely for a fun sealed deck. Good card. And then behind Sithis, we have our foil in Slag Strider. An uncommon. It has affinity, but it is 7 mana without affinity. So it's you'd have to have some artifacts to make this thing work. The foiling pattern is fine. I think once you get it at the right angle, it's actually pretty cool with the like what looks like magma flowing through this thing. Really, really nice. And then behind it, a treasure token. Okay. And then on the back, we have Commander, Cube, and every format in between, mitgo.com. Sure. I mean, that art is awesome. I love that. Look at that old, like, big nose tree. We have another Dakin pack, which is good because this next pack coming up, unless we open the card, I do not know. I don't remember what that art is from. I remember seeing it during the previews, but that does not mean I'm going to be like, oh yeah, this card, of course. But anyway, it's fine. We have an Arcbound Slasher for more modular, but again, more like affinity type strategy things. So that's pretty cool. Arcbound Slasher to start. a funnel web recluse for a spider, another one of Amy's fan favorites. Kind of looks like the sword from Crows and Grip right here, right? We have a parcel mirror. Very cool. Look at him. He's got like a little backpack on. Adorable. Break ties. Super sad. Super sad. God, if I were more confident in my lore, like I know this is Baron and I know that's his significant other, but I couldn't tell you enough to be like, it's because of this and then this happened. But, feel free to look it up. There is a story behind this, and I will take the time to look it up as well. But hey, if you want to leave it in the comments, show off that hashtag Vorthos Pride. We have a nested shambler. This thing looks rough. It makes squirrels, so that's interesting. Gross. We have Step Through. What a sick piece of art. Wow. It's got wizard cycling. It reminds me of... oh God, why am I not? The Prestige. I really, really enjoyed that movie. But it reminds me of Hugh Jackman's character's trick from that movie. Mr. Angier, I think was his name in that movie. Anyway, I really enjoyed that movie. And this reminds me of it. This art is really cool. We have another Glimmer Baron in the alternate art, or the old border. We have another Faithless Salvaging. We have another Mine Collapse. This looks oddly familiar. We have a Blossoming Calm in the, like, sketch border art, which is cool. I mean, I like all the different border treatments. It's nice to be able to, like, see them. It's frustrating if you ever want to try to collect them all. So, yeah, I think overall it frustrates me, but it's cool to see them. I prefer to like try to collect things, and this type of treatment has made that very difficult. So I like it. I like the art. I like the border. But yeah, overall it frustrates me sometimes. I won't lie. But yeah, there's Blossoming Calm. We have a Said and Done as our second uncommon here. Try to get my thumb out of the light there so people can see everything on it. Again, the art is so small. Props to the artists who like have to they struggle enough to get the art so that it's good on a regular card, and then they have to do 2 pieces for this. That's super rough. Anyway, and then we have a Spreading Insurrection, which is a great name for a card, and the art is really cool as well. It's got Storm. I was going to say, I don't know that I love the ability on it. I guess it's fine. And so then it should be our Rare or Mythic next, which is... Nope, I lied. Why? I thought we had... Oh, I guess the alternate border treatment for Blossoming Calm doesn't count. Okay. Hey, Seal of Cleansing is cool. That is not our Rare or Mythic, but it's a fun reprint, that's for sure, from one of the Urza's sets, I think. Again, this is me trying desperately. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I think I'm right. Urza's Destiny? I'm just embarrassing myself now. Hey, our Rare or Mythic is... Wow. Just open an Urza Saga, huh? All right. Well, I know a lot of people think this card is really busted. So, and hey, I am notorious for opening things right before they get banned. So I guess we'll see. I think I opened newest Omnath right before it got banned. I think I opened Oko right after it got banned. So that doesn't bode well for you, Urza Saga, I won't lie. But hey, I'm happy to have it at this point, because at the time of filming, it's still legal as far as I know. Behind Urza Saga, that's sick, I'm happy with that, is our foil in Unholy Heat. Wow. Look at that fire and foil. Unbelievable. That looks sick. That looks really cool. Okay, so do I not understand the layouts of these packs? We had Riptide Laboratory and Sithis in the pack prior to this, which were both rares. But in this pack, we only had Urza Saga. So I must be missing one of the slots. I guess Riptide Laboratory is in the reprint slot, right? So Seal of Cleansing was in that slot. And so Riptide Laboratory just happened to be a rare reprint as opposed to this Seal of Cleansing, which was an uncommon reprint. Okay, I can get it. And we have a Thopter token behind that, and Friday Night Magic advertisement. So, hey, 2 red foils so far out of our 2 packs. Again, I don't know who this lovely lady is here. I don't recall her name. Again, if you want to leave it in the comments, you're more than welcome. I'm always welcome to be corrected on anything. That's why I'm if I'm putting myself out on the internet, I'm more than happy to have people be like, actually. So, congrats. If you get the opportunity to do that, please feel free. Hey, Revolutionist, the second one that we have so far. Notably, we've gotten some interesting, red so far. I mean, it's some foils. I like that we have Urza Saga. That's nice. And red, a lot of the red stuff that we've gotten talks about, not this necessarily, but talks about affinity or caring about artifacts. So maybe that's the route that we would go. We'll see. We have a Shattered Ego. God, the colors on this are awesome. Bring it a little bit closer. Really, really cool. Okay. Third from the top, huh? All right. An interesting card. Another Funnel Web Recluse. Sure. We have a Mount Velis Manticore. Again, sick art on that one. From Theros, clearly. Interesting. Another Break Ties. This one's fine, I guess. I know I was talking about the art in terms of the flavor and the story before, but this card is, if you're playing in a pre-release, this is your sideboard card, right? Because you're playing best of 3 if you're playing in like an in-store sealed environment. So we have a Hell Mongrel. Look at this one. Look at this nightmare dog. Sorry, looks like you have a kind of tough life. We have a Marble Gargoyle in the old border. Really cool. Artifact creature gargoyle. So, notably it's white, but it is an artifact. So if we needed that, if we were going into an affinity deck, something to be aware of at least. We have a Floodhound, not a Bloodhound, a Floodhound. Really good. And it can investigate. It's a 1-mana 1/2. I like it. I like this card. Very, very cool. And it looks awesome. Then we have another Mind Collapse. This one in the old border, which I don't believe the other ones were they? Hold on. See if I can quickly scan through enough and not embarrass myself here. Nope. Not going to work. I don't believe that the other ones were in the old border. So this is the old border. This is also our third one of these. 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker for 4 or for sack a mountain. I don't know that I'd play all 4, or all 3, but it's an interesting card. I'll give you that. Yeah. So it's opposite. So here we have a Goblin Anarchomancer. This one in the new border, whereas the other one was in the old border. So, okay. It's Gruul, right? So it's a Gruul and a Goblin. Amy would definitely love this one. Sanctuary Raptor is our first uncommon in this pack. This one looks awesome. I like that. Again, it's an artifact, something to keep our eyes on. If we control 3 or more tokens. Okay. So this one wants us to be running tokens as well. We have a Constable of the Realm. That is a giant soldier, all right. Holy crap. And that's our second uncommon. And then a Goblin Trap Runner. Another goblin and more red cards, right? If it attacks, flip 3 coins. This one's like a 4-mana 4/2, and then maybe you get good stuff, but maybe you don't. And then our reprint, I guess, if I'm reading these packs correctly, is a Soul Snare old border. Okay, so I don't think this is our reprint then. This is our... But then does this mean this is our rare? It is. Wow. God, that art is so cool. Oh my God. It's so good. This Human Warlock art. Unbelievably awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow. Okay, I don't really know what we're doing deck-wise here. Right now, our rares are making us want to do green, white, black, but a lot of stuff that we've opened is making us want to do artifacts, including Urza Saga. So, I am unsure. Behind the Priest, we have a Treasure. So, no foil in this pack, and no, reprint with the watermark. I couldn't think of the word in that pack either. All right, we have another Dakin pack. We're halfway through. We got 3 packs to go, and we're already 3 packs in. This one is not standing out yet in terms of like what kind of a deck the kit wants us to make, so it would just be that much harder for us to do it, but we still can. Here's a Shattered Ego, a Funnel Web Recluse, a Mount Velis Manticore, a Loathsome Curator, a Landscaper Kolos. Look at how adorable this goat is. First of all, it's massive, but it's so cute. I think I found a cutie. You know, Amy has her cuties in every set, but this is mine. I'm sure she's going to agree, but I saw it first, Amy. Anyway, Landscaper Kolos, adorable. A Drossforge Bridge. Okay, I mean, we've seen some black, we've seen some red, so this could get in, maybe. Indestructible Artifact Land, so that's definitely something that matters. Captured by Lagax. I love this art so much. This dude is adorable. The Lagac, of course. The core is kind of just having a bad time in general. We have a Bottle Gnomes. Look at the colors on these Bottle Gnomes, man. Again, good reprint. But wow. Really, really cool. I love the colors. We have a Chrome Courier as well. So more artifacts. Interesting, though, on the colors of this one compared to what we've seen so far for our affinity payoffs. Bottle Gnomes, notably, is a colorless artifact. This one, white-blue. It does have flying, so, you know, it's a thing. We have the Rustvale Bridge as well, so more artifact lands. This pack is pretty good for artifact stuff. Really nice. And a Flame Blitz is our first uncommon. Wow. 5 damage to each Planeswalker, with cycling too. Okay, again, a fine sideboard card, or because it's got cycling, you could put it in and just kind of keep it in there and cycle it if they aren't playing any Planeswalkers. We've got Timeless Witness. Wow. I mean, come on. How sick is this art? Absolutely unbelievable, right? Really good card too. It's got Eternalize and everything. Really, really good. And this is our second uncommon. And then we have Healer's Flock as our third. 3 white for a 3/3 flying lifelink. I mean, to be able to play this on curve, you have to be in a very particular deck, and I don't think we are based on what we have so far. But this card's sweet. Really, really good. And then behind it, I'm kind of at a loss. There might be a rare back here. There might be a reprint. I have no damn idea. It is a reprint. Okay, in Yavimaya Elder. We're just gonna roll the dice every time and see what the hell happens for us. But yes, this is the Yavimaya Elder. Very cool. I love this art so much. So much. And so then our rare or mythic is... Wow. Borderless Grief. This one's up there price-wise at this point. Not like super high, but it's like, you know, top 15, top 10 or so for the set. That's sick looking. Oh my god, that art. So good. Wow. I really, really like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. That's gorgeous. And then behind that is our Clue token. Again, Grief works well with Necrogoyf, for example, right? Or at least shares colors with Necrogoyf, I should say. We'll see. Black looks good right now because we've got the Priest of Fell Rites, we've got Grief, and we've got Necrogoyf as our rares. But again, our red and our artifacts, I really don't know. It's real tough. But like I said, I would love people's opinions in the comments. So we have Burdened Aerialist, which is hilarious. Hilarious flavor for this card. Really, really funny. We have a Jeweled-Eyed Cobra. That art is terrifying. Wow. We have a Lightning Spear. Really nice. +1/+0 and trample for equip 1. And then sack it to deal 3 damage to any target. I mean, that's really good. I like that. Gilt Blade Prowler. It's a rogue. Pay a life, draw a card. Sure. Only if you've discarded a card this turn. All right. Interesting. Not a bad card. Blacksmith's Skill. I love that. The like shadow on his face because like the work is the thing that's the most important and the forge behind it. Wow, that's cool. And it's Dakin, it says. That's so interesting. I like that a lot. We have Turok's Canticle. Okay, I love that art as well. And just the references to Turok and Turok's hymn, the same hymns Turok sang, really, really cool. I like that a lot. A Fodder Tosser, adorable this card is, adorable. And it's an artifact, notably. And it allows for discards and stuff, it seems. There's a Spirit Knight in Breathless Knight, flying lifelink for 3. Wow, I like that. If it entered from a graveyard or if you cast it from a graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Okay, that's pretty cool. We have Priest of Fell Rites as well. We have a lot of things that let us discard stuff. Really, really good, man. This is interesting. Okay. Tormod's Crypt Keeper is an artifact. You can exile all cards from target player's graveyard. That's a really cool card to have at least in your sideboard. Like obviously you're going to have it in your sideboard if you opened it, but I mean like to be aware that it could come in out of your sideboard if you're doing anything against a deck like we were just talking about with this or the Priest or whatever. Really, really cool. Okay, I like that. We have a Razortide Bridge, so a 3rd artifact land, indestructible, really nice. Like I said, that's our 3rd one of these that we've seen. We have a Ravenous Squirrel as our first uncommon. That does look pretty ravenous. Is that a person's arm? There's like a snake in there. That is hilarious. Whenever you sack an artifact or a creature, put a counter on it. And then you can tap 3, sack an artifact or creature, gain a life, and draw a card. And it's a 1-mana 1/1. All right. I'm interested. Very interesting. Okay. We have a Tide Shaper, which is our another uncommon for us, another merfolk. Gorgeous colors on this merfolk. They always have been. These are the Ixalan merfolk, so that's just how they look, but they look incredible. Again, something else that Amy is a fan of is the Ixalan merfolk mainly, but merfolk in general. And we have a Tireless Provisioner. Okay, so like Tireless Tracker, but Tireless Provisioner, because you get food or a treasure token. Really, really interesting. That's a fun art on this card. I like that as well. And again, whatever the heck is behind this, reprint or rare, both. It is Solitary Confinement, but is a reprint from Judgment. I'm bad at it. We'll deal with it. Anyway, hey, it's Solitary Confinement. Cool art, interesting abilities. It does say discard a card. So that's a thing. We have Shroud, prevent all damage to be dealt to you, but you skip your draw step every turn. So like, I don't know. It would be tough to make it work, but we have the cards for the deck to make it work. So interesting. And so then behind it is a Thought Monitor. 7 mana for a 2/2, but it has affinity and flying. And when it enters, you draw 2 cards. Okay. Interesting. Again, I don't know. I see the artifact deck. I think the black-white deck is more viable based on what we've opened, but I'm also like mostly looking at our rares because I set those aside separate from everything else. So I'm not really sure. That's a really tough question. Again, I'd love some help. We have one more pack to go. We have a Thopter token after that Thought Monitor. That's fun. We have this new merfolk whose name escapes me. I was just looking at Howard Lyon, I believe, is the one who painted this, talking about or had a video up about the making of this art. And so I know her name starts with like an S or something, but that's as far as I've gotten. We have a Burdened Aerialist, another Jeweled-Eyed Cobra, another Lightning Spear, again, looks very familiar at the start of this pack. Here's a new card, Cabal Initiate. Cares about discarding cards, lets you discard cards, which is good. Cares about Threshold, which is fun. Okay, interesting. Lens Flare in the sketch version of Lens Flare. It's affinity, it's a white card. Okay. Vermin Gorger. Okay, this cares about sacking creatures, but again, like putting more stuff into our graveyard, probably relevant for that deck. Ooh, look at the art on this Abundant Harvest. My God, I love that. Wow. Wow. This is the one that was in the Mystical Archive, right? For Strixhaven? Because Amy was always commenting on how in the Mystical Archive, she thought that the card looked so sad. And this looks not sad. This is probably a lot more of what Amy was expecting when reading a card called Abundant Harvest than the art that was used for Strixhaven. But hey, if she opens one or I open one in the bundle, maybe you'll hear that from her if you stay tuned to the channel for when we do those openings. An Ornithopter of Paradise. Okay, very cool. This is, you know, the ornithopter that was rented by Jimmy Buffett, I guess. But hey, it taps for mana. That's fun because it's a bird of paradise, ornithopter of paradise. I like it. I like it a lot. An air amoeba. I love this art so much. Look at this adorable fat beastie just flying through the air. And yet at the same time, I feel like if I looked up and saw this thing, I would be absolutely terrified. So, I mean, I assume that this is a normal occurrence in the place where this thing is. But to me, I look up and I'm like, nope, terrifying. Adorable right now, because I'm not seeing it in the sky above me. But yeah, otherwise terrifying. Flay Essence, another great name for a card, and a great card in general. And it would definitely go in our black-white deck that we're talking about, and that I'm leaning towards, and it's our first uncommon. We have an Arcbound Shikari. This is definitely, everybody just calls this Shakira, right? I haven't actually seen people talking about this, but it's just Shakira, right? Anyway, Arcbound Shikari is red and white, so we've seen a fair number of red cards that work well with the artifacts. Maybe this is a thing. I don't see it as of this point. I think the black-white deck stands out a lot more to me at this point. And then we have an Arcbound Whelp. All right, so Whelp, I guess this kit is mocking me now because I just talked about, like, well, black-white, right? So here's the Arcbound Whelp, which means our reprint, I'm getting it, is Mog's Salvage. Okay, not bad. Destroy an artifact. You can play it if they have an island, basically, for free. So that's fun. And hey, with affinity decks in this format, this is at least in your, a notable card in your sideboard, if not just main board. And then if you play it for its mana cost, you actually pay for it. Otherwise, if they have an island, even better. And so our final rare is Fury. Wow. So we got Grief and Fury. This kit, man, it loves throwing curveballs. I was talking about our interesting red cards. What do I do? I guess I'd have to double check, right? Like, this is pretty good. Pretty damn good. 3/3 double strike for 5, or just evoke it and deal 4 damage. Either way, you deal 4 damage, but still. Behind it, we do have a foil. It's a foil Funnel Web Recluse. This is at least our third one of these, but this one's in foil. Interesting. Wow. Hey, like I said, don't forget, I'm going to do another one of these next week. And then we've got the bundles. It'll be a while for the bundles, because after the Modern Horizons pre-release pack, we're going to move on to Adventures in the Forgotten Realms pre-release packs, in case that was even a question. We've got a zombie army token behind that as well. I mean, we're going to just look at these two, right? Like, that's just what we're looking at as we close this thing out, because what else would we be looking at? They're the best. I think they're the best, like, most valuable things that we've opened today. And if they're the most valuable, it's probably because they're the best, right? That's the idea. So, hey, like I said, I'll leave you looking at that. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I really hope everybody enjoyed. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. This is not a set that I'm, like, heavily familiar with. I'm not as much a constructed player, but I mean, if you weren't aware, the first videos ever up on this channel, the first two were Modern Masters 2015 openings, whatever the second Modern Masters was. So I thought it was appropriate to do Modern Horizons 2 as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you would prefer that, like, I know more about this stuff before I do it, I don't know what to tell you, but I had fun opening this. We opened some sick stuff to start, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we get next week as well. So, like I said, stay tuned for that. Please don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell. We have other channels as well. Links down in the description box below. They'll also be popping up on the screen for you. That's if you like video games, or if you want to watch Amy do some gluten-free food reviews, definitely check those out. We really do appreciate any and all support that you are all willing to give. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.